Good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Jefferson Robbins, filling in for Grant Olson again. Before we get to today's top news stories, and there are a few of them, let's take a quick look outside this here weather window. This is our view from the Omi Gardens. Wonderful footage. Looks a lot like the San Francisco Bay Area with that low-lying haze today. The sunshine we got today did not do much to keep ice off the roads and the sidewalks, and the air had a kind of a bite to it as well. Even though we saw temperatures up to about 45 degrees today at Pangbourne, over the next week it probably won't be as warm, and there remains a chance of snow developing this weekend and into next week. Dan Kuntz will be along a little bit later with your full weather forecast. For right now, a few of the stories that we are following for you tonight. A vehicle crash and fire closes down a section of Highway 97 near Orondo. Chelan County is changing the way it enforces its building codes, and a COVID-19 outbreak sickens inmates and sidelines staff at the Okanogan County Jail. But we begin tonight in South Wenatchee, where a single-wide modular home was destroyed in an early morning fire today. Chelan County Fire District 1 Public Information Officer Kay McKellar said the occupants were away when the fire broke out about 6:36 a.m. in the 200 block of Antles Street near Lincoln Park. Firefighters closed the street for about 2 hours as the water they were using on the fire created an icy roadway. There were no injuries, and firefighters were mopping up by about 8:30. McKellar said the cause of the fire is under investigation. A vehicle that authorities believe was stolen rolled and caught fire on Highway 97 near Orondo this morning. Washington State Patrol Trooper John Bryant said the driver of the 2000 Subaru Legacy was transported to Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee for injuries not believed to be serious, but Bryant said the unidentified driver faces additional potential charges if they establish the vehicle was stolen. The accident happened about 9:48 a.m. at milepost 225, with both lanes on the highway initially closed because of the fire. Well, Chelan County's enforcement of building, zoning, and environmental codes will move from an administrative department to the sheriff's office in 2021. County commissioners approved the change in a Zoom meeting Tuesday. The responsibility will move out of the county's community development department effective January 1st, and Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett will designate code officers to investigate violations and enforce compliance. Jim Brown, hired last year as Community Development Director, says his office and the Sheriff's Office will still share some authority.
We'll have to work out the process pieces between the two agencies, because clearly there's going to be portions of the process that are going to involve joint work together. Some larger potential violations may require a more intensive amount of investigation within codes and agency records held by community development, but we're committed to working collaboratively with the Sheriff's Office to make this work and get the job done.
Now, Brown and the commissioners say they're also close to establishing new rules for short-term rentals that operate in unincorporated areas of the county. Well, 11 inmates and 4 staff members at the Okanogan County Jail have tested positive for COVID-19. The jail outbreak apparently started when one inmate was booked in late November before developing symptoms. Sheriff Tony Hawley says his department was notified of the positive results yesterday. The outbreak forced multiple jail workers to quarantine while they were awaiting their results. The jail accepts inmates from police agencies in both Okanogan and Douglas County. Hawley says the jail has had guidelines in place to reduce COVID-19 risks since March. Well, coming up next, state troopers and other agencies prepare to put the emphasis on intoxicated driving. And the state's health secretary says a new COVID-19 vaccine will have to be applied strategically. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu, because we work to get you to work.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
To the NCWLIFE Evening News. John Weisman, Washington Secretary of State, says the state can expect about 62,400 doses of the Pfizer COVID vaccine to arrive by next Tuesday, with 219,000 doses total arriving by month's end. But those initial doses have to stretch a long way. Weisman outlined who gets the vaccine and when in yesterday's news conference with Governor Inslee.
Right now we're enrolling providers, and we are assuring that we'll be able to have a vaccine across the state. The first group who will be vaccinated are the high-risk healthcare workers. And then also during the month of December, we'll also be vaccinating folks in long-term care settings. It's important to remember there are over about 300,000 healthcare workers who fall in this high-risk category is our estimate. And that includes not just doctors and nurses, but also other support staff who are providing care to these individuals. So it's going to take us, a number of weeks to be able, and into January, to be able to get through to all of those folks.
And I misspoke there. Of course, John Weisman is Washington Secretary of Health, not the Secretary of State. Well, all this month, state and local law enforcement will be on the road with DUI high-visibility emphasis patrols. Washington State Patrol Trooper John Bryant, the public information officer for this patrol district, has a very personal connection to the need for these patrols.
Hello, I'm Trooper John Bryant of the Washington State Patrol. Ponciano Garcia and Laura Bryant are grandparents from each side of my family. They never met, nor do I remember them. Why? They were killed by drunk drivers. Their deaths affected my family greatly and remind me of one of the most important parts of my job: remove impaired drivers from the roadways of the state of Washington. Help us prevent tragedies like this by doing whatever it takes to stop drunk drivers. Save a life that is part of a family. Thank you.
Well, unemployment in the greater Wenatchee area remains higher this year than last, thanks in large part to the COVID-19 crisis. Regional labor economist Don Messick says while the rates of unemployment have declined since the huge spike in March through April as the economy shut down, the overall rate in October was 4.6%, the highest reading for that month since 2016. That's almost entirely attributed to layoffs related to the coronavirus. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, PUD workers show their support for the frontline healthcare providers at Central Washington Hospital. That plus weather with Dan Kuntz and sports with Eric Granstrom still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today. Mary Maids of Wenatchee believes a clean home is a happy home. Mary Maids provides holiday cleaning services to cheer about. Don't let the seasonal cleaning ruin the festive fun. Mary Maids can simplify your life at a great value. It's never too soon to start planning a holiday-perfect home. Mary Maids of Wenatchee happily offers a worry-free guarantee. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Call Mary Maids today.
When a community comes together and gives together, we can do great things.
Giving on a more of a community scale where we can pool resources.
They're more effective.
It takes a team
to make something big happen.
You know people that are working towards that goal with you.
It amplifies your ability to have an impact.
A lot of people giving a small amount can make a huge change.
It's a great thing for the community.
Welcome back. Just like they did last spring, employees of the Chelan County Public Utility District gathered at several locations outside Central Washington Hospital for the shift change early this morning to give their thanks to healthcare workers. PUD General Manager Steve Wright said his staffers understand the pressure employees of the hospital are under during the COVID-19 pandemic, and Confluence Health CEO Dr. Peter Rutherford told us the show of support is much appreciated.
Our folks are part of the community. They understand how important the hospital is to this community, and because we've got a lot of folks who provide service the dead of night, the cold of winter, they know how difficult it can be to provide service, and they wanted to be able to share their thoughts with the folks here about how much they're appreciated. We wish there was more we could do. Actually, I think I've heard that a lot. I wish there were more ways to be able to communicate how much we care and how much we appreciate the work that's being done out here. We've had 30 infections at work, and that translates into a lot of concern, a lot of risk. We've had one of our employees that was hospitalized. So it's there, and in fact what we see is as the infection rates rise and fall in the community, it rises and falls with PUD employees.
I ended up talking with Steve Wright a couple of weeks ago and mentioned that you know, the staff was kind of tired and so on, and he said, well, how about if we come and say thanks? And I think that was a great gesture on their part, and certainly most appreciated.
Yeah, thank you from all of us. Well, winter weather can be unpredictable, so here tonight to help you plan your drive time tomorrow is our very own Dan Kuntz with the regional forecast. Dan?
Good to see you again on this Wednesday, and boy, what a beautiful Wednesday it turned out to be. Don't get used to the sunshine and mild temperatures, though. Things are going to be changing when we get to the weekend. In fact, even a little bit of snow this weekend. In the business, we call that a teaser. Look at this incredible view from our Omi Gardens camera. We took this earlier in the day before the sun burned off all the remaining fog and low clouds. Isn't that cool? Isn't that really neat? You got the sun up above, you got just the thinnest layer of clouds and fog, and then the valley down below. It was a beautiful day today. Other locations weren't quite as lucky. It took quite a bit of time for the fog and the clouds to burn off to the north of us. Out in the Columbia Basin, they didn't even have in-classroom teaching today in both Quincy and in Moses Lake because of the very thick fog and very slick roadways. We had a little bit of light rain come through with a cold front overnight, but the cold front brought in warm weather. These things happen on occasion, but a pretty interesting view, to say the least, from our Omi Gardens camera. So mid-40s today. How do we do? That's pretty darn warm for this time of the year. As you can see, that's a good, I don't know, 10, 11 degrees above normal. It was a beautiful day today. Got down to 28 for the overnight low. Nowhere near that record high set back in 2015. Very mild day for December, and that cold winter of 72 when we got down to 3 degrees. Just a little bit of light rain happened overnight, right around midnight or 1 a.m. Not even enough, really, to register on the rain gauge at Payne-Bohr Memorial Airport, and 8 hours and 33 minutes of daylight. Now you see the sunset is at 4:10, and that's going to stay static. The sun's not going to go down any earlier now than 4:10, but the sunrise will be just a little bit later each morning until we get to the winter solstice coming up on the 21st day of December. All right, so let's do forecast eyes for tomorrow. We'll start out with the Columbia Basin, as we always do. Moses Lake will be right around the 40-degree mark, give or take a couple. Ephrata 38, Quincy 37. We're going to be a little bit cooler here in the Wenatchee Valley. They're going to have a little bit more sun breaks out of the basin than us here in north central Washington. Casimir will top off at 37, Leavenworth at 39, Chelan at 38, and our friends up in Omak will check in at 37 degrees for your Thursday high. So what's going on out there? Well, first of all, as I mentioned before, we had that cold front, which brought the sunshine, which is why we had just a beautiful day today. No real precipitation, just a very nice, very pleasant, warm day today. Don't get used to it. Things are going to start changing, and they're going to start changing tomorrow. We'll have more clouds than sun tomorrow. They're going to do battle, but the clouds are going to get the upper hand. So we're going to be a good 10 degrees cooler for our afternoon high on Thursday. In fact, Thursday and Friday, for that matter, look pretty much identical temperature-wise, cloud cover-wise, everything pretty much the same deal. Some freezing fog in the morning and some low clouds will burn off a little bit in the afternoon. We might see a few sun breaks on Friday. I don't expect to see any sun breaks really on Thursday. Things start changing really in earnest on Saturday. Saturday, for the most part, during the day, hey, very nice, partly sunny, high about 38 degrees, but then we start talking about snow. Take a look at the system that's going to come down and pay us a little visit. It's going to happen Sunday night. Overnight Sunday night, we got a good chance of snow right here on the Wenatchee Valley floor. Snow level is going to go down to 700 feet on Saturday night, and that's us. So take a look right there. You see them flakes? They're heading our way. So get used to it. Sunday morning, we could have a little bit of light snow on the ground. It's not going to last very long. It's going to melt right away because we'll top off at 40. And then on Monday, mostly cloudy, slight chance of light snow. And then the next chance of some snow coming down on the valley floor is going to be on Tuesday. Our long-term models are saying get ready for some snowflakes here for almost all of north central Washington. Look at that on Tuesday. See the flakes coming down right along the Cascade Crest. Normally the lee of the Cascade protects us. Not going to be the case on Tuesday. Looking for some snow on the ground, but again, it won't last very long with an afternoon high temperature on Thursday near 40 degrees. So snow on Saturday night and Monday night into Tuesday, but the snow is not going to last long. Friendly reminder, we're not anywhere near winter yet. The winter solstice is until Monday the 21st, so we still are officially in autumn. All right, so let's wrap it up for you. Beautiful day today, lots of sunshine, 45 degrees. Going to get down to 27 for the overnight low tonight. Again, Thursday and Friday are going to be twin days. Highs will be in the mid to upper 30s. More clouds and sun quite possible with some morning fog and clouds burning off a little bit on Thursday, a little bit more on Friday. Saturday night, we're talking about some snow, maybe mixed with some freezing rain. Sunday morning, you can wake up to some light snow on the ground. It'll melt, and then we'll have a pretty calm day Sunday and Monday, and then perhaps another snow event. Again, nothing major coming our way on Tuesday. That's your weather forecast. Still to come, sports with our good buddy Eric Granstrom and more with Jefferson Robbins. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, I'm Jim Heinlein, independent agent and owner at Springwater Insurance Group here in North Central Washington. And it's that time of year again. October 15th to December 7th, that is the time if you have a Medicare plan, do I want to keep it or do I want to change it? For any of those questions, give us a call at Springwater Insurance Group because we're independent agents. We don't work with one company, we work with many companies because all of you have different situations and needs. So if you have questions about 2021 Medicare plans, give us a call, 888-2600.
Hi, this is Rick Walkley, owner of Value Plus Medical Supply. We take pride in our excellent customer service. In the medical supply business, it's important to know and understand the wide variety of customers' needs. We have a fully trained staff to assist you, a registered nurse, an orthopedic tech, medical supply tech, and EMT. We want you to have the best information possible to make a good decision. People come to us with their problems, and we have solutions. Stop by Value Plus Medical Supply on Mission in Wenatchee.
Shop smart and safe at the Wenatchee Valley Mall. With CCD protocols in place, you can confidently shop in person at your favorite store, and yes, with socially distanced practices, and Santa will be there too. Check out their website for current deals for merchants, Santa hours, and more at Wenatchee Valley Mall. And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. As the sands in the hourglass run out on 2020, sports fans hope for a return to normalcy in 2021. Well, don't we all? The only local entity that was able to do anything this past year regarding sports without fans was Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Jeremy Anders is the track manager at WVSO, and he, like everyone else, is looking forward to another year of racing with fans in the stands. He says they worked with other tracks to come out with a schedule that works for everyone.
Well, normally we have a large meeting down in Portland. There's usually about 40 to 50 tracks and series that all get together. And because of COVID this year, of course, we weren't able to do that. But we were able to get together on a smaller scale. Myself from Wenatchee, along with a couple of our other members of our team. We had State Line Speedway, Yakima Speedway, Hermiston Speed Raceway, which is they're also the same promoters. We're going to be taking back over Tri-Cities Raceway, who's opening back up. we got together with us four, and we actually had a meeting over in State Line and hammered our schedule to make sure we kind of, work with each other on those dates. And I will tell you, it was probably one of the most productive meetings that I've ever been a part of ever in the history of Northwest Racing. We have a almost perfect schedule for racers in Eastern Washington, Idaho, Eastern Oregon area to race. And then also we made some great rules adjustments. So we kind of took more of a regional approach to that meeting. We had a smaller scale, met in a large socially distanced room to hammer that out. And we put all of our schedules together. And it's a really good year, hopefully next year. And hopefully fans can enjoy all the tracks, not just State Line Speedway.
Anders appeared on Tuesday's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley to announce WVSO's 2021 schedule, which includes 15 race nights between April and September.
We got Bump to Pass racing coming back. We have Bump to Pass regular race in May, and then the Bump to Pass boat races, which is crazy destruction. That's the end of August there. We got Mr. Dizzy coming. He's going to do a stunt. He's either going to blow himself up or he's going to jump a bunch of cars. We don't know yet. He might just do both. He's a little crazy guy. We're going to celebrate our 51st year like it was the 50th year. We can have a big celebration there. So we have some big races planned throughout the time. Thunder in the Valley is back. That's always a fun one, the fastest cars of the year. And then our B-Mod class, which kind of started out last year, it's kind of on steroids this offseason. We have a lot of cars getting built. I know I was at one race shop the other day, and there is 7 cars in that shop getting built for the B-Modified as we speak. And there's another 4 or 5 cars that are coming back. And there's 3 or 4 drivers who are very well-known names to WVSO who have not raced in a couple of years or been a lot of years coming back into racing. So we're excited about that for that B-Mod class. We're actually going to do a joint modified race between our B-Mods and the Speed Tour mods from Boise, and we could have 20-plus modifieds on the track come July 17th, which would be probably the biggest modified race we've had in the Northwest in at least 10, 15 years.
Well, season passes are on sale now through Christmas Day for just $119. You can find out more about tickets and see the season schedule online at WVSO.com. Well, the Washington football team stumbled for the first time this season last Saturday in losing to Stanford. Despite the loss, Huskies still have a chance at the Pac-12 North Division title when it travels to Oregon this Saturday. Coach Jimmy Lake is not shy about sharing that information with his club as they prepare for the Ducks this week.
That's what it is. We're always telling the truth to our guys, and those guys know I'm going to always hit them right between the eyes with constructive criticism or the truth and about something positive. And this is positive. Yeah, we're definitely playing that up. We know what's at stake here, and that's the beautiful thing about all the hard work that our team has put in this year. And all the ups and downs and the roller coasters of emotions. We're playing football. We're not playing football. We're doing this. We're doing that. And now here we are. We are in position. We control our own destiny. We go take care of business. We are right where we want to be for our goal, which is to win the Pac-12 championship. And so that's known throughout this whole building. And I don't think I'm going to remind anybody about that.
Washington and Oregon kick off from Autzen Stadium in Eugene Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. The game will be broadcast live on Fox. Washington State will try to bounce back from a disappointing loss at USC Saturday when it takes on Cal. The Bears are coming off their first win of the season, a 21-17 upset of Oregon. Following a blowout loss to UCLA, Cal's other losses were a 4-point drop to Oregon State and a 1-point loss at the hands of Stanford. Saturday's game at Martin Stadium in Pullman won't kick off till 7:30, and that can be seen on FS1. Well, the NCWLIFE sports schedule gets underway with hockey night tomorrow night. The Wenatchee Wild take on the Surrey Eagles at 7 o'clock. Friday's Big Nine basketball doubleheader with Eastmont hosting Davis. Then on Saturday, Eastmont and Wenatchee meet at Wenatchee High School with the girls at 2, followed by the boys game at 7 o'clock. Well, Gonzaga paused men's basketball competitions through next week because of COVID within the program. That caused the cancellation of its game last night against Tarleton. It also erased games scheduled at home against Southern, Northern Arizona, and Idaho. Now coming up tonight, still on the schedule, Idaho at Washington State. Also on the schedule tonight, Washington plays crosstown rival Seattle at Alaska Airlines Arena at Heck Edmondson Pavilion. That game tips up at 8 o'clock. That's all good sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Jefferson, back to you.
Eric, thank you so much. Finally from us tonight, meet Ursa, who is one lucky dog. This pup got free of her owners Tuesday while they were along Blewett Pass during a Leavenworth visit, and she was briefly lost. But the Obertal Inn Hotel got the word out on Facebook, and within hours, the dog was picked up by a Washington State Patrol trooper on the south side of the pass. She was taken to the Ellensburg Patrol Station and returned to her owners in fine health. Well, every morning, Dan Kuntz brings you NCWLIFE's daily morning show, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, with a fine selection of guests and talk, and he does it all live and without a net. Here's what's on tap tomorrow. Dan?
Thanks, Jefferson. Join me for a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be talking to more good folks from Central Washington Hospital about your health. As we get deeper and deeper into the holiday season, we'll also have your latest news headlines, sports. We got the obscure holiday coming your way. We'll have Today in History, some celebrity birthdays, and of course, everybody's entitled to Mike McNaughty's opinion, and your weekend weather forecast in detail. So Thursday morning, where do you want to be? Right here. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley will be live and we'll be local at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Jefferson, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. That's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or on our website, ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we would like to hear from you. Send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call, 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. We're leaving you tonight with one of our Christmas time greatest hits. This is Nick Nelson's front yard Christmas light display at his home in Sunny Slope, featured here 2 years ago. Good night. Stay healthy.
Johnson. I'm at Global Elite Motors. We're tied in with Global Car Care down here locally. So we're not your typical car buying experience. Somebody can come down here, take a look at what we have, and if we have the right vehicle for you, we'd be glad to help you out with it. A lot of times we are able to go out and find specific vehicles for somebody so that it fits their needs, their budget, and all the things that you want without you being obligated right away. If you're looking for a good, reliable car, come see me, Blaine Johnson, down at Global Elite Motors.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kerry Condata. This is the 12th District TV show, aired 8 times every week on NCWLIFE TV. We cover business and politics like no one else does it because I've been there and done it. 30 years self-employed, 16 years in the House of Representatives, and 12 years running campaigns across the state of Washington. That resume means you're getting information you can't get anywhere else. This is the 12th District. I'm Kerry Condata.
2021 models are arriving at Sangster Motors. General Motors is on the move with the all-new 2021 Yukon. Yukon is redesigned from the ground up with a bold new look and all the latest technology. Also new is the Canyon AT4 pickup. This off-road equipped mid-size truck will challenge any rival for performance and value. Both of these models will offer Duramax diesel options for maximum power and economy. The American Challenge is game on at Sangster Motors now.